Hey guys, Doug Meyer here. Welcome to Morning Pause. If you're new to Morning Pause, it's our little invitation, our little time that we invite you, encourage you to step away from whatever you're doing. If it's morning time and you're working on your first cup of coffee, great. If it's afternoon or evening time and you just kind of have had enough, sit down for a second and wrestle with me on some things about faith and life and development and growth and just everything in between. So this morning, I want to invite you to join me on an exploration, and we'll see what we dig up together. Lately, personally, I've been spending some time thinking about the idea or the word enough. Enough. You know, if you look it up in the dictionary, enough has both kind of a quantitative definition as well as a qualitative definition. And it's a word, it's just a simple little word. But man, it permeates our being, and it has its way with us in all sorts of ways. I started thinking about when as a kid, or when do I begin to kind of take that on? Think about it. Think about in your life, when did you first start hearing enough? Maybe you heard your parents say, "Enough already!" and you were making like a bunch of noise or something. Maybe you heard it and you're trying to do something, an effort. Hey, that wasn't, try harder, that wasn't enough. Maybe it was a judgment about being fast or slow or athletic or not athletic. And hey, that wasn't fast enough or good enough. And then pretty soon, we start getting grades and we get compared to others, and our achievement gets compared to others, our athleticism or lack thereof gets compared to others. And somehow that whole concept of enough, I think, sinks into our soul to the point that we even begin to wonder if we're enough, right? Especially when we get in this slippery slope of comparison. If I had a magic wand and I could take anything away from my life, maybe even yours, it would be the whole concept of comparison. And when you hold comparison over and against enough, what it says somehow is that one person is more than and another person is less than. Even though I want to say it's not intended to be that way, maybe sometimes it is. And then that continues to fuel us, our desire to be more than, or not enough, or I need to achieve more. And we get caught up in this crazy hamster wheel of life, wanting to prove that we're enough to somebody or to the system. And maybe enough in your world means it's not just enough to go to high school. I need to go to college and grad school and do postgraduate work. And well, maybe it's not enough to buy a house. Maybe I need to buy a house with a 3-car garage and with a pool. And you see how that begins to kind of it almost becomes like this system, this company that we're building. Imagine it, I was trying to think of a metaphor for this, and I kept coming up with a ladder that we are actually building while we're on it, that we keep adding rungs of enoughness. It gets crazy. Maybe because I'm, 62, maybe because I've just kind of begun to get more ornery in my thinking lately, but I want to get off the enough wheel. And I would invite you wherever you are, whether you're 25, 35, 45, 50, whatever you are, give yourself permission to get off the stinking crazy wheel of enough. Need I remind you, you are enough just like you are. That's hard to hear sometimes, right? Because we have this strong inner critic that is always evaluating our words, our appearance, our achievements, or our whatever, and holding that over and against our enoughness. Whatever you believe about God and life and faith, I am convinced that we are perfect just like we are. And that our enoughness is exactly how God designed us to be. That doesn't mean that we tune out of life and we get trying to learn and grow and deepen our thinking. But what it means is you can accept yourself, rough edges and all, that you are wonderfully and uniquely made. And don't let other people define your enoughness, all right? What do you say? Hey, I'd be curious to hear what you think about this whole idea of being enough. And whether you're caught on the hamster wheel of that, or if you've decided to jump off, and what you had to do to wrestle it back and quit comparing yourself and your worth and value to others. Sounds like a lot. Anyway, drop me a note in the comment box on Facebook. I hope you found this helpful. Maybe just kind of poke you in the ribs to give it some more thought. So let's have a moment of quiet and then we'll pray. Join me. God, as I breathe in and I breathe out, I'm reminded that I am enough. A 62-year-old pudgy bald guy is just exactly what I'm supposed to be right now, and that's okay. That you love me, and I am a unique creature walking this earth. God, help me to hear that affirmation and to also affirm those who I do life with, that they also are uniquely and wonderfully made. Amen. Have a great day, everybody. If you got something out of this, please share it with a friend. Take care. Bye-bye.